The third and probably final trailer for the Power Rangers movie just dropped yesterday, and I'm going to break this thing down for you guys, let you know what I found, what I thought, maybe some theories in there. And before I get started, I just want to say there's a reason why we haven't been doing many reviews lately, and I'm going to show you that right now. This is why we haven't been doing many trailer breakdowns. Her name is Cinema. She is a Border Collie mixed with Australian Shepherd, and she is just about 11 weeks old. On Monday she will be. So yeah, we got her 3 weeks ago, and she's just such a cutie, yes you are. So now, let's get started on this trailer breakdown. The first shot we get after the logos is the shot of Trini, and it looks like it's after the canyon jump scene, which again, I'm not liking the canyon jump scene, and we get more shots of that later on in this trailer. But this shot right here is obviously, yeah. The first shot we get after the logos is the shot of Trini, and she's outside, and I'm assuming that this is after her canyon jump. And later in the preview, we see that she is the first one to jump the canyon. Again, a lot of focus on Trini in this, and there's more to come later in this trailer. A lot of the shots in this trailer, at least in this first half of the trailer, is stuff that we've already seen. Now, I still gotta say, I love Bryan Cranston's voice. And I will have to admit that the last trailer breakdown, I kept referring to Bryan Cranston as Billy Cranston. And somebody called me out on it, and that was just like, I was in a rush, I wanted to get the video out for you guys, and my thinking was Billy Cranston, the character Billy Cranston, who is actually named, the last name Cranston was given to that character because of Bryan Cranston's involvement in the whole series, at least in the first season, or a few episodes here and there. He played a lot of the monsters, I think. If not, I think it was just did the voices. But still, his involvement in the show led to Billy Cranston's last name. And then this shot when he says, "You five are the Power Rangers," it's really cheesy to have like those the five split shots of them. I mean, it definitely screams the 90s show, which is cool in a way, but it's also really cheesy. I don't know. We do get a new shot of Zach getting his suit materialized on him, which is kind of cool. I'd like to see more of it because really all we've seen is Jason. And we get maybe like 5 frames of Zach getting his suit materialized on him. I do like the acknowledgement in that line where, are we more like Spider-Man or Iron Man? Because a lot of people, when we first saw their suits, we were like, hey, that looks a lot like Iron Man armor. And it really does. And I hope that they actually like mention that, because it really does. It looks way too similar to Iron Man armor. It's cool, but it, again, still looks too close to it. Well, I guess this kind of blows my theory out of the water that Rita was Trini's mother. I mean, there's still the possibility that Rita's powers can like possess somebody temporarily and like transform her into someone, or she's in a disguise, who knows? But I think this is kind of a confirmation that I was wrong. Explosions, mayhem. It really bothers me that they're constantly like removing the part where they could see out of on their helmets to just show the actor's face. And I get it, because it's like, you know, they're the character, not the suit. But it reminds me of Spider-Man, like Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 with Tobey Maguire. His mask was always getting shredded or was taking off. And like with Venom in the third Spider-Man, he kept removing the face of Venom, and it's like, we don't want to see Topher Grace's face. We don't want to see Tobey Maguire's face. We want to see the Spider-Man mask. We want to see the Venom face. And that's what they're doing with this, is they're going to constantly be removing their face mask part. And I'll get to that later, because while they're in the Zords, it's the same thing. They have the helmets are just half on, and their face is being shown. I don't know. I would prefer to see just the mask over their faces when they're in the suits. But I do have to say, when Billy says, guys, I don't know if that's from this scene or when he finds the coins, because he says that 2 times. We've already heard that twice in trailers, and it's in 2 different scenes. I feel like the line or the word guys will be used way too much in this movie. Kimberly says it, Billy says it, I'm pretty sure everyone else is going to say it, but that's going to be the most overused line along with their names, because they're going to constantly be saying each other's names so that we know who they're talking to. Yeah. Also, I'm not quite sure what they're looking at back here. It's either the command center or it's a Zord. That's really all I can think of what it would be, because it's mechanical and it kind of looks like more like a Zord because it's got that alien type of feel to it, like their suits. Elizabeth Banks as Rita is still proving to be one of the best casting choices that they've ever made, outside of Bryan Cranston as Zordon. She just sounds like she's going to be having so much fun with this role, and she sounds scary and cool at the same time. I like it. So I wonder if she'll actually do her little line. I forget how it goes, but it's like something magic wand, make my monster grow, or something. And I hope that they do a version of that, but they probably won't. Although, again, this movie is starting to look more like it's going to be a cringe fest than a really good movie. So we'll just have to wait and see. But Goldar, I still don't like his look. It's just a monster. That's all he is. So apparently to control the Zords, they use Nintendo Switch controllers. Okay. This shot of the Zords running through what looks like a stone quarry or something, that's really cool looking. I'm excited for that scene alone. But again, notice Trini's Zord is closest to the camera. So if you notice, his suit doesn't look like it's fully powered because the chest piece is not glowing. It actually looks like it's missing. So I don't know what's going on there. This scene of them jumping out of the water, it works for the preview, but I just don't know how it's going to work in the movie. But there's something to note. There's only 4 of them. Kimberly, the Pink Ranger, is missing from this shot. I don't know if she's hiding behind Zach or what, if we just can't see her, or if she's just actually not there. From what I can see, there's only 4 like jet streams or whatever coming through the water before they pop out. So what's going on with Kimberly? Is she already gone? Is she taken? Is she hurt? What? I have no idea what's going on here, but that's definitely something to note. When I saw the thumbnail for this trailer, this was the shot that they showed. It was just this still image. And I was excited. I'm like, oh, that's going to be so cool looking. But the shot in the trailer, it reminded me of Pacific Rim because the sword is growing out of his hand. It's materializing like their suits. And I don't like that. They should have weapons that they hold and not weapons that just, oh, it's like Terminator, like the liquid metal Terminator. I forget what he's called, the T-2000 or something, T-1000. But that just doesn't work for me, and I don't know why they're going that route. If it was the Zord, I would be more okay with it. But this is their suits. And of course, we get more jumping. They're just beating us over the head with how high and how far the Power Rangers can jump. And I don't know. I think they're just going to be overplaying how powerful their legs are. They don't skip leg day, apparently. So we see Kimberly spinning to get these putties off of her Zord. That's pretty interesting, because how'd they get there in the first place? She's flying. I'm assuming that they jump off of a roof of a building and she's flying low. I don't know, we're just gonna have to wait and see. And more jumping. Now Rita can jump super far and high. Yeah, Rita. This shot is a little cringy. I just don't like Bill Hader's voice for Alpha 5. I mean, it's when he's going to talk, I think it's going to be less annoying than the original Alpha 5. But this shot of him slamming down the mini hologram putty and yelling, "Yeah, Power Rangers." Obviously, I don't think he's going to be saying that line at that scene. He's going to say something like, "That's how you do it." I don't think he's going to say, "Yeah, Power Rangers." But that line in his voice just so bad. I just don't know how I feel about Alpha. He's going to be annoying, more annoying than he should be, I think. So guys, that's the trailer. There's some pretty good looking shots in here, but overall it was pretty much the same feel, I guess. However, I have to say that the shots that they've showed so far in this trailer have made me less excited for this movie. The last two trailers got me really pumped for it. You know, I was expecting a more serious tone and just a really cool movie. And the more that they show, I'm getting less excited, which is unfortunate because I grew up with Power Rangers. I loved Power Rangers, and I would love to see a great movie for Power Rangers, and I still think that this movie has some potential to do so. But I have my concerns for this movie, especially after this trailer. So guys, let me know what you guys thought of the trailer in the comments section below, and let me know what you think about Cinema. You know, she's a cutie, I think. So yeah, if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you for watching.